times people acted wild on paternity court.
Those two are crazy. He's controlling. He's controlling.
Wait. You are his mother.
Yes.
She's supposed to be over here with me, not her.
I'm so very sorry.
I told you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
A broken engagement ring pawned off, and wedding called off as well. Oh dear, this case started off quite strong, and that was just the beginning. Miss Russell was furious with her now ex-fiancé, all because he had the nerve to deny paternity. On the other hand, the defendant had enough of the baby mama and her family, and was ready to put them out of the house. That's a lot of information to process in just a few seconds.
You deny you are the father of 10-month-old Armani and say you believe that Ms. Russell cheated on you with her male best friend.
Right, Your Honor.
You plan to kick Ms. Russell, her mother, and her baby out of the home you all share for good.
That's right, Your Honor.
Now, their relationship was a rocky one, and the baby mama was quite eager to enlighten the court about the bad attitude of Mr. Shepard. Apparently, Miss Russell took longer than expected to come back from a grocery run, and the suspicion shot through the roof. Who would have guessed a walk to the store would end up causing this ruckus? But it did.
A guy called the phone.
My best friend, Your Honor.
She don't
The
want
age of
to.
21.
She having sex with me.
So you're there when he answers your phone,
Yeah.
obviously.
She-
I told
told me
him to answer the phone. When I tell him to answer the phone,
But
I want to
why would
answer
the guy
my
tell
own
me
phone.
stuff like that?
Cause you know good.
Man,
You got
I'm
so
no
good.
good, so he telling me stuff like that.
Well, the infamous best friend of Miss Russell ended up causing a lot more trouble than he was worth. I mean, he was clearly a thorn on the baby daddy's side, big time. And that led to Mr. Shepard bringing out the big guns to finally get rid of the said best friend.
You all been engaged for 3 years.
3 years,
3
Your Honor.
years, and she goes to the
Three.
store and stays a little longer than you
Yeah, it took
expect.
an hour and 30 minutes to
That's
go
a
to
lie,
the
Your
store.
Honor.
An hour
That's
and
a
30
lie.
minutes.
But
That's
when
a lie.
I confronted her about it, she started getting real defensive.
The baby mama swore nothing fishy was happening between the best friend and her, and it seemed these guys went way back. But still, Mr. Shepard was not entirely too convinced by that. And so the baby mama just got up and left the house. Drama, drama, drama.
Well, really, like, he kept calling me, begging me to come home, and I told him
When I was
will.
calling her, she wasn't
When I-
answering the phone.
Yes, I was.
I was texting her, she didn't answer
Oh
the
my
phone
God,
or
yes,
nothing.
I was,
had to
Your Honor.
pop
That
up
is a
over there just to
total
go get
lie.
my son out that environment.
So you're at your cousin.
Yes.
Are you or are you not taking his call?
I mean, in the beginning, no, I wasn't.
Okay.
But at the end, yes, I did start taking his calls.
Now here comes the real gut punch. Miss Russell ended up pregnant, and that too, just a week later. So of course, the baby daddy didn't roll out the red carpet on this news. The cheating allegations began, and the engagement took a nosedive. All the while, the plaintiff kept defending herself.
You also felt like
She was
during
cheating.
this time she was cheating and she
Yes.
may have gotten pregnant during this time.
That she got pregnant a week later. Wait, a week later she come back to me talking about she pregnant. How you could be pregnant and you wasn't even much with me? Me and you not having sex, so who you having sex with?
The window of conception was where things got pretty hazy. The baby daddy presented the good old conception calendar, highlighting the window where the math just didn't add up. The air buzzed with uncertainty and doubt, and it got thick when the baby daddy revealed who else believed that the baby mama was a big old cheater.
You claim her mother has told you that she cheated on you.
One time I told her mother to help clean up the house because she just like to lay around and stuff. So she got mad and started telling me, that's why it's not your baby. She don't look nothing like you. I be taking, when you at work, I take Gina to other men's house.
Next up, we got some key players in this courtroom drama. The defendant's witness came forward first, and her testimony just shook the whole place down.
Ms. Russell, you truly believe that Armani is not Mr. Shepard's child?
Yes, I do.
Just like a little girl look just like him.
Now,
Right.
I don't think you
let me
like.
ask you this. How do you feel about their relationship, Mr. Shepard and your daughter?
Well, Your Honor, I'm the mother of Gina,
Yes.
and I don't like Ernest no way because I think she
I don't
could
like
do
you
better.
either.
Well, if the baby mama's mother was on his side, take a guess who was on the side of Miss Russell. Ding, 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 it was Mr. Shepard's mother. And wait till you see the colorful words she used to describe the other duo as well. Man, oh man, it's real life Mom's Gone Wild over here.
Ernest Shepard is my son, and those two are crazy. He's controlling.
Man, you crazy. You on her side. You supposed to be
He's
over here with
controlling.
me.
Wait, you are his mother.
Yes.
She supposed to be over here with me, not her.
Yes, he's controlling. If Gina
nothing.
goes to the restroom, he's pulling her underwear down. That's how controlling he is.
drama didn't end just yet. Oh no, it was still going strong, as the baby mama ranted about the daddy singing the same song the entire pregnancy. And after the baby was born, there was just no love for her. All love went to the son. It was infuriating to say the least. However, Mr. Shepard had a justification all ready to share.
Mr. Shepard, you admit that you snatched the ring
I admit it.
off
Yes,
of her
I did.
finger?
Yes, I did. Because if I marry her and that's not my daughter, by law it's going to be my daughter because I married her. So I'm trying to find out before anything, all that happened. I want to know the truth. I want to know if that's my
So
child.
you go for the good man would take care of him no matter
I
what.
understand that. I don't want to be in a relationship that's a lie.
Now for the moment of truth. All results were ready to be rolled out. Miss Russell's truth-telling skills were put to the test before revealing the paternity results. Let's see whether she passed with flying colors or not.
Mr. Shepard, you are the father. How do you feel?
I mean, I feel good about that, you know what I'm saying? Because that was what I was concerned about. That's my daughter now, but since that's my daughter, I'm going to take care of her. Like I take care of my son.
Miss Sams is requesting a paternity test to prove that Mr. Doris, listed as her father on her birth certificate, is not her biological father. Mr. Doris believes he is her biological father and is heartbroken by her claim. The court is now deciding whether there's enough evidence to order a paternity test.
I said to him the other man's name, and I said, what is this that I hear about this other man? And he said, I never want to hear that name out of your mouth again. And it was ended just like that.
In 2009, at a family gathering, Miss Sams raised concerns about her paternity with her mother. Her mother didn't provide a clear answer, but advised her to take a paternity test if she had doubts. Mr. Doris, previously confident he was her father, is now facing uncertainty.
You've had no doubts all this time. You firmly believe you are Miss Sam's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. I was at the hospital when she was born, her first breath. I got the birth certificate.
It's evident that Miss Sam's doubts and quest for answers deeply affect Mr. Doris, as he becomes emotional when discussing the issue. Their relationship started when they met at a bar, and Miss Sam's mother's involvement in the situation is significant.
And you get very emotional when Miss Sams begins to talk about her doubts.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm entitled to my feelings as well, and I'm entitled to the facts. And I need to know this. That's why I need your help. I need you to help me and do this test for me. It is so important. I just need to know.
There appears to be a significant discrepancy regarding the timing of Mr. Doris and Miss Sam's mother's marriage. While Mr. Doris claims they were married 3 months after having sex in 1977, Miss Sams asserts they didn't marry until June 1979, backed by documentary evidence. This inconsistency adds to Miss Sam's doubts.
He just confirms it by he doesn't remember things. Obviously, he doesn't even remember when he married her. You said about when you were married to my mom, and I'm telling you when you were married, but I am not incorrect about these dates. This is harbored in my heart for years now, and I know my dates about this stuff. I know when my children were conceived.
The situation is indeed confusing. With multiple marriages, legal issues, and potential discrepancies in the timeline, Miss Sams believes there must have been a compelling reason why her mother wanted Mr. Doris to be her father and not the other man, who had legal troubles around the same time. This complexity has caused doubt that they are seeking to resolve.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Doris, you are not her father. I'm so very sorry.
I told you, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Miss Sousis brings the defendant to court seeking a DNA test to prove he's the father of her 10-month-old daughter. She wants his name on the birth certificate. The defendant and his mother claim the plaintiff's behavior during their off and on again 3-year relationship raises doubts, citing jealousy and insecurity.
Ms. Sousis, why has this relationship been on and off for 3 years?
He's just so jealous and insecure about himself. Like, everywhere I go, he think I'm doing something. If I go to the store, I gotta be back in a certain time. Like, he's just crazy.
She honest, she lying. She been out there, Facebook messages.
You guys, they're both jealous.
We
They're
both
both
out there,
they're
but-
both jealous.
Mr. Payne was initially happy and a bit shocked when Miss Sousis told him she was pregnant. They had just gotten back together 2 weeks prior, and he questioned the timing because they had a history of breaking up and getting back together. Ms. Seuss confirms they had sex during that time.
We had sex, and then like a month later, I was pregnant for that
But
month.
instantly when she said she was pregnant, I told her from the beginning, just because y'all broke up like that I wanted a DNA test. I did tell you from the
Yes,
beginning.
but I'm not gonna put no baby on somebody that I don't know that's
I understand
that.
that.
During the pregnancy, Mr. Payne suggested a DNA test due to their on and off again relationship and tit-for-tat behavior. Ms. Seuss emphasized that she wouldn't ask him to be involved if the child wasn't his. An incident in a supermarket was mentioned, but not explained.
A lady comes up to me and she goes, yeah, well, you're right to want a DNA test because she moves around. This lady, she knows. I came home and told him, and he told her.
Everybody got something to say about
Right,
herself.
but I don't know this lady. You understand? So it's weird for someone to just come up to me out the blue. First of all, I'm like, how does she know about me wanting a DNA test? You understand what I'm saying? Second of all, like, who are you? I don't know the lady.
Mr. Payne mentioned that he was there for 2 months during the pregnancy, but Ms. Seuss claimed he disappeared. They live in the same complex, which makes his absence perplexing. Ms. Seuss expressed frustration and a sense of being alone in her journey. Mr. Payne stated that she chose to be alone, but she indicated she wanted his support.
I've been doing this for so long by myself. It's like, I'm just fed up.
That was all her.
Who was
She
there
chose
for me?
She chose to. Me?
Okay.
Wait. Mr. Payne says you didn't have to be alone. Why did you choose?
Because I've been independent for so long, for so many years by myself. I was used to it, so it was like.
Did you want him to be there and help you?
Yes, I did.
Ms. Seuss and Mr. Payne are expressing frustration and anger, with both of them blaming each other for the strained relationship. Ms. Seuss wanted Mr. Payne's support during her pregnancy, but Mr. Payne claimed she kept him away. Their relationship appears to be filled with conflict and mixed messages.
It took you guys 10 months just to do this. Like,
You kept her
'cause I've
away,
been-
though.
No,
I'm
I
not
did
saying the
not.
whole
No, I
story.
did not.
Don't do that.
But that's
How did I keep her away?
I'm not even
there.
saying the
He
whole
does
story.
But how did I
though.
keep her
He
away?
does
Said
do.
you told
I
him
don't
that I
know.
didn't do nothing at all. Got it. Not
disappeared.
even
You
knowing.
come in and out
How
her
did I
life.
disappear? If
You
you
come
just
in and out
told her
her
you did
life,
not
though.
want me around.
I
you.
did.
You're not
I
making
did.
no sense.
All right,
Let's get some order. Let's get some order.
The argument over the stroller's color reflects deeper relationship issues between Ms. Seuss and Mr. Payne. Judge Lake recognizes their disputes are petty given their 10-month-old child. She probes to understand their emotions and underlying problems. Will the DNA result help this child?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Payne, you are the father.
Thank you.
I'm happy. All right.
I'm happy to see that smile. I think this is the first time both of you have smiled today. We've gotten to happy. Now we have to get to healthy.
Mr. Strickland is seeking today's paternity results because he believes that their strained relationship can't continue as it is. The lack of trust and frequent arguments have made it difficult for them, and Miss Strickland hopes the results will prove to him that their daughter is indeed his, potentially saving their marriage.
It's affected my marriage in the fact that my husband and I argue a lot. We have problems with trust, and it's very difficult for me because I love him with all my heart, and I would never do anything to betray his trust, ever. I need these results to prove to him that this is his little girl, this is his daughter.
Miss Strickland and Mr. Strickland initially felt deeply connected when they met, but their relationship suffered due to the strain of living separately during her efforts to reunite with her children. Mr. Strickland began to feel excluded when he was no longer invited on her visits to her children.
When she first started going out there, I really didn't because I was able to go with her. And then all of a sudden it was, didn't want me there no more. So I figured, this is, something's going on. This is wrong. And then
So you started to feel shunned.
I started to feel shunned by it. And then all of a sudden it was a change in her attitude, a change in the way she was acting towards me.
During Miss Strickland's week-long trips to Memphis, their relationship became strained. Mr. Strickland felt her growing distance, but it was never her intention to shun him. However, his doubts about the pregnancy made it difficult for him to fully engage and be affectionate.
Miss Strickland, did you shun him?
No, Your Honor, it was never intended to shun Mr. Strickland. He pulled back from being affectionate towards my stomach. He would talk to my belly while I was pregnant. He would ignore my belly for a few days, and then he'd talk, and then it just seemed like he was pulling back from not only me, but from my other 2 children.
Miss Strickland requested her maiden name on the birth certificate, but later it was told that her daughter's last name had to be different. However, she left the father's information blank on the birth certificate, causing concern. What led her to take this crazy decision?
When I asked what the problem was, they said the last name had to be different. It had to be changed. That it couldn't.
Whose last name?
Our daughter.
Okay.
Her last name had to be changed. It couldn't be his last name because we were not legally married.
And you were legally married to someone else at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Strickland mentioned that he discovered how to easily petition the court for a paternity test himself and get a new birth certificate with the correct information. He claimed to have asked Ms. Strickland for 4 years to take this action, but hasn't seen progress.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Strickland, you are the father. Are you happy to hear that?
Very.
You needed that confirmation.
Yes, I did.
How do you feel, Ms. Strickland?
I knew he was the father. I've never had a doubt.